be like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready! 10 Lobo. Squeeze.
Now a handoff looking right. And, whoa, he's going to hope that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot. Check 43.
Now they try the right side here. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
At the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, lock it. Yep. Fair. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
That's what I do.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's what I'm talking about.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10.
Throwing on first down. Fields. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
At the 38-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Chargers 7, Raiders nothing. On the set.
Check, Mike, 39. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Score.
He's checking quick. Watch the twist.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Costello. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
from the gun on third down. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Hey, stand up. Shoot.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
Watch that screen.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
23 yards the pickup there.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
First down, Chargers.
Two jet bombers. Two jet bombers.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line.
Get this worm on.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello, flush to his right. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Back to throw. Costello looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Chargers.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line.
Yeah. Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. but it's second down.
Second and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Throwing again. Fields. Got him in. It's Brown. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to go.
From the gun, Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to the air on second down. Costello. On the crossing route, complete. That's Franklin. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Off play action. Fields. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success. Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, screen. Kill. Check 26.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
All day. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taken right around the 44. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's our field. It's our field.
On the ball.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Operating from the gun, Costello. He's going to take a shot right, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Fields. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That, his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You've got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Check 37. Check 37. That's it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Right back to him on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Off the play fake. Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. On is the Chargers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Three down. Shift.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, check. 3 down.
From the gun, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Look at me. Zip. Go.
On 1st and 10, Costello. He's going to look for it. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, You want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check 13, check 13. Hustle.
On first down, Fields. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Fields. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Complete to number 81. A gain of 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I don't think you got it, son. Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, Jack.
Throwing on third and long. Fields. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On fourth down, Fields. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. But the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he goes down. It's It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Costello. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation. And now here is another interception. Desmond King picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. A Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.